And we're set to go racing. It's the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Haily Brownell on the pole in the 747, along with Brianna Murtaugh on the 33B. Row number 2, it's Logan Brown in the number 9 out of Clayton from Evans Mills, the 14 at Camdin Cook. Row 3 out of Harrisville, Grayson Soper in the 76, Tim Halsey in the 40X from Mexico. Tessa Riemersma on the 35, making her debut out of Mallory Town, along with Anthony Brownell out of Piercefield, New York in the 63. Final row scheduled to go. And car number 22 is Tony Frezzo from Evans Mills. First of 2 heats, the biggest field we've had all season for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman. 17 drivers have entered tonight's program. Glad to see the support for this division. A lot of these drivers you might see in the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman before too long. Those of you watching on Dirt Track Digest TV, glad you could join us as well for First Responders Night at Can-Am. It is Championship Night as well. And the good folks at North County Supply out of Philadelphia, all here with us tonight. Tessa Riemersma in the 35, not able to get the car going. Green lights are on and we are underway.
Yellow.
And Riemersma in the 35, not able to get the car under power. She was having problems getting the car into gear during the hot lap session, and she came out in gear and it was okay, but obviously having some issues getting it back into gear now. So
Westport, Ontario.
So Riemersma not able to get it to high gear, so she's going to take it back to the pits, and they'll tend to that machine. But right now, Haily Brownell and Brianna Murtaugh will lead them to green. Both drivers had really good runs here a couple of weeks ago, last time we raced. Chief Director of Traffic Control, Mike LeClaire, has them in his control up atop the flag stand. Bob Johnson Auto Group pace truck peels off the speedway, turn number 3. Brownell and Murtaugh on the front row. Green lights are on and we're underway. Haily Brownell to the point through turns 1 and 2. Camdin Cook, fresh off of a win at Mohawk a couple of weeks back, holds on to the lead now. He's got the top spot down the back straightaway. Tony Frezzo making his run here in the Limited Sportsman Division, gets a little bit too wide and loses a couple of spots here as we click off lap number 1. It is Camdin Cook out in front of the field. Murtaugh second, Brownell there in third. Problems down here in front with the number 76 of Grayson Soper. He pulls it behind the wall down here in front. Done for this one. In the meantime, Camdin Cook looking to run away and high from the field as they work in lap number 2 of the 6-lap heat event. First of 2 on the day for the Doneth Motorworks Limited Sportsman as they work it up into turns 1 and 2. About an 8-car length advantage over Brianna Murtaugh in second. Logan Brown, 6 wins on the season this year, holding on to third. Tim Halsey gets by the 747 of Brownell to pick up fourth, with Frezzo completing the field in position number 6. And Brownell loses control in turn number 4 and loops it around. Yellow lights are on lap number 3. So 3 laps are complete in this one. 6 laps is the scheduled distance tonight for the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Coming up after the after the 2 heats in Limited Sportsman, we'll go with the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars.
It's okay. It's a little too hot, I think.
Set to go green this time. As we are halfway, we will go single file on the restart. Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group departs the speedway in turn number 3. We are set to go. Off turn number 4, green lights back on, and Camdin Cook once again jumps up to the point. Logan Brown sails around the outside lane, picks up second from Brianna Murtaugh, and looks to go after the race leader down the back straightaway. Camdin Cook still trying to win for the first time here at Can-Am. He's got a couple of wins at the Mohawk International Raceway. He also has a win at Fulton this year. Tony Frezzo gets way wide, nearly collects the ball again in turn number 4, and he's going to park it right there to the outside portion of the racetrack. With 4 laps complete, 2 to go. Yellow lights are back on. Problems for Tony Frezzo to the outside of turn number 4. Got a little wide over there in turn number 3 and 4. Just about caught the ball there, but thankfully he did not. Gets the car refired, and we will let him catch up to the tail end of the field. Camdin Cook, the race leader. This season, as far as heat races go, Brady Howard will win the most. He has 6 in total. Genavieve Bartlett has 3. Camdin Cook has 2, as does Gage Howard, and Logan Brown 1-1 here on May the 24th. Heat number 2 for the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman is lined up and ready to go in the staging area off of turn number 4. Heat number 1 on track right now. Am Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group will head off the racetrack at turn number 3. Camdin Cook will see the green. All starts and restarts will be at the cone coming off of turn number 4. As Cook looks for yet another heat win. Logan Brown looking for his 2nd heat win of the season. Green lights back on and we're underway. As Cook goes to the bottom, Brown goes to the high side as they'll head down the back straightaway. Looks like Logan Brown got a really good run off of turn number 2 that time. They'll see the white flag this time. One more trip around, and Cook slips up a little wide off the turn, opens the door for Brown to get there. White flag in the air final time into turns 1 and 2. Logan trying to do everything possible to get by. Cook slides up right in front of him, but Brown's got the horsepower on the top side of the racetrack as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is waving this time by. Can Cook hold on? Will Brown get him at the line? Not going to happen. Camdin Cook gets the victory. 2nd will go to Logan Brown. 2nd spot will go to Brianna Murtaugh. Tim Halsey, Tony Frezzo, the top 5. Haily Brownell, problems over there in turn number 2. So Camdin Cook gets his 3rd heat win of the season. Cam looking for his first Can-Am win of 2024. Heat race number 2 about ready to head to the speedway right now. I'll give you the starting lineup. Joseph Fargo out of Black River in the 401K on the pole, along with Genevieve Bartlett out of Watertown in the 11. Row 2, it's Gage Howard out of Chippewa Bay in the 21. Mason Rogers from right here in Lafargeville in the 44. Kent Miller inside row number 3 out of Morrisburg in the 42. The 36 of Matt Bukovan out of Utica, New York. Final row, it's Patrick Kudrinko in the 35. Alongside, scheduled to go in the 71K is Jason Rarick out of Rodman, New York.
That kid was put in 100 miles here at race and walk it.
First, next week, it is the season finale here at Can-Am. It is the showdown in September, Friday, September the 6th. It is the Super Dirt Car Series R.D. Hutchinson Memorial 67 for the big block modifieds. And of course, the Dirt Car Sportsman Championship Tour will be on hand with us. That will be all taking place on Friday night. Race time, as always, 7 o'clock. Action shifts over to Saturday night right here at Can-Am, as it will be the John Burr Memorial for the Dirt Car Sportsman Division. Of course, Empire Super Sprints will be in town, along with the Ron White Memorial Thunder Car event, and growing in popularity over about the last decade or so, and glad to have that event back on the card again. Racing starts at 7 o'clock both days on Friday, September the 6th and Saturday, September the 7th. Green set to come out next time around off of turn number 4.
6 laps.
And we are set to go. Bob Johnson Auto Group pace truck peels off the racetrack. And turn number 3 and 4, we're ready to go green. It'll be Joseph Fargo and Genevieve Bartlett on the front row. Green lights back on, and we're underway. And Bartlett to that outside lane. Fargo down low. Maybe a little contact there in turn number 2, but in any event, it is Bartlett in command of it down the back straightaway. Kent Miller and the 21 of Gage Howard going after Fargo for position number 2. Fargo pushes way wide, opens the door for Miller to get down to that inside lane as they click off lap number 1. Kent Miller, Morrisburg Plumbing and Heating Ride, jumps to the 2 spot as Gage Howard looking to find the way by back there, position number 4. Mason Rogers watches the battle from the 5 spot as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Genevieve Bartlett in control of the field as she works it off in turn number 3 and 4 and back down to the line this time by Bartlett, looking for her 4th heat win of the year. Of course, her only feature win came back here on June the 21st. Well, it's been quite a while since she's been to victory lane, and would love to do it on final point night here at Can-Am as they work at turn number 3 and 4. Kent Miller there for 2nd as they work it across the line this time by 3 down, 3 more to go. It's still Bartlett in command of it. Miller still 2nd. Rogers having a good run, holding on to spot number 3. Gage Howard still in there for 4th as the 36 of Matt Bukovan completes the top 5, getting around Fargo with a 71 of Rarick completing the field. 2 to go this time by Bartlett, looking strong down the front straightaway. 5-car length advantage right now. There's Ken Miller, 42 ride out of Morrisburg, Ontario, Canada. Mason Rogers right here in Lafargeville. Dad, a 2-time Sportsman Track champion here, and Mason looking really good headed down the back straightaway in Dad's car right now as he holds on to 3rd, looking to go after Miller for the 2 spot. Right now, white flag is in the air. Final trip around the Am Speedway for Genevieve Bartlett. She'll set it up on the inside portion of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Drifts it up to the high lane down the back chute. Checkered flag will be waving this time by, and into turn number 3 and 4. 4th heat win of the season will go to Genevieve Bartlett. She gets the victory. 2nd spot at the line will be Ken Miller. Mason Rogers 3rd. Gage Howard 4th. Matt Bukovan rounds out the top 5. Joseph Fargo and Jason Rarick will complete it. So that does it. The Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman is in the record books as we move into the first heat of 2 for the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars, and we'll give you the starting lineup in just a moment. The good folks at North County Supply out of Philadelphia on hand with us tonight as title sponsors. Glad to have them on board with us. Heat race number 1 for the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars. Here's how they're going to line up. It'll be George Sanford on the pole in the 25 from Lafargeville, along with James Kiah in the 08 from Philadelphia. Row 2, former sportsman champion here, Josh Vanbrocklin out of Watertown in the 89, along with the 87 of Andrew Hennessy, a winner here from a couple of weeks ago out of Picton, Ontario, Canada. Chad Kramer aboard car number 9. He is out of Watertown, and rounding it out in car number 93 from Gatineau, that is Guy Gosselin. I stand corrected on that. A couple of weeks ago, Tucker Donath won here on Friday night. Andrew Hennessy won last Saturday over at the Brockville Speedway. So Andrew looking for his 5th win of the season. 20-point separation between himself and Josh Verne Jr. coming into tonight. So still an outside chance for Andrew Hennessy to grab the track championship. He would have to win the race, though, and have something not good happen to Josh Verne Jr., a mechanical problem or something. So, but Josh still looking to grab his 3rd straight track title. Andrew would love to get a victory to close out the year. George Sanford and James Kiah up on the front row for this one. George Sanford picked up his first ever sprint car heat win a couple of weeks ago. First time he had ever won anything open wheel in his career. Girls from Upstate Elite Cheer doing their thing with the 50-50 tickets. If you've not got one now, please get one while you can. They're right down here headed towards turn number 1 if you're looking for them. And there's some down in turn number 4 as well. Green lights are on, and we are not going to try it. Brake check time for everybody.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Line up.
Got a happy 6th birthday going out to Edward Nyer. Edward Nyer, happy 6th birthday to you, young man, and a happy 49th to Tabitha Burns. Tabitha Burns, happy 49th birthday to you. Hopefully you're having a good time here tonight at the Speedway on championship night. Again, all starts and restarts will be at the cone coming off of turn number 4. So far this year, it was Tucker Donath on April 26th, Josh Verne Jr. 2 in a row, May 3rd to May 17th. Andrew Hennessy won 3 in a row, May 24th through June the 7th. Tucker Donath win number 2 on June the 14th. Josh Verne Jr. for win number 3 on June the 21st. Andrew Hennessy won here on July 19th. August 16th, the last time we were here, it was Tucker Donath for his 3rd win of the season. Canada Speedway pace truck from Bob Johnson Auto Group departs the Speedway in turn number 3. 6 drivers ready to go in this one. 6 laps the distance. Leclerc looks him over, and we are green. And just like he did a couple of weeks ago, George Sanford jumps out into the lead. Watch Andrew Hennessy on the top side of the Speedway. He is flying around this racetrack. Started back in position number 4, and he's already challenging Vanbrocklin for the 2 spot as they work it into turn number 3 and 4 and back to the line. Sanford in control. Andrew Hennessy right there with him, trying to clear the 89 of Vanbrocklin into turn number 1 and 2, and he will do so. So Andrew Hennessy on the charge as the 420 Peacemaker ride, holding on to 2nd. Josh Vanbrocklin back there 3rd. James Kiah is 4th, followed by the 9 of Chad Kramer in 5th. Guy Gosselin completes the field in 6th. 2 down in this opening heat race as currently Sanford continues to show the way. Is running that inside lane around the racetrack. Andrew Hennessy moved up the racetrack right about the mid portion of the Speedway, trying to run him down as they start to get spread out around the Speedway off of turn number 3 and 4. Back to the line. Sanford loves running that high lane into turn number 3 and 4. He'll drop it down to the inside portion of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, and that's where the difference is right there. Andrew Hennessy sees that, and he starts to make up a little bit of ground going down the back straightaway as we keep our eye on the lead battle going into turn number 3 and 4. Sanford, he keeps it glued to the bottom, although he washes wide up off the turn. Hennessy able to keep that car a lot lower going through the corners, especially in the inside portion of the racetrack in turn number 3 and 4, as we got 2 laps left to go. 2 more remaining, and George Sanford may have some company shortly as Andrew Hennessy has closed the gap into turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time by, and Hennessy is there now. He is right on the back bumper. White flag flying in the air. Final time for George Sanford into turn 1 and 2. He bobbles a little bit in the corner, opens the door for Hennessy to get alongside. Drag race down the back straightaway. Checkered flag will be waving. Hennessy on the top side, Sanford down low. Oh, they touch a little bit, and Sanford goes around, and Hennessy's going to come by for the win. Second will be Josh Vanbrocklin. Third is going to be Chad Kramer. Fourth spot will be James Kiah, and Guy Gosselin will round out the top 5. A pure racing deal over there. Sanford tried to get in, tried to hold the line underneath him, just clipped the left rear of Andrew Hennessy, and he tried to stay off him as best he could. Turned around in turn number 4, and that was all she wrote, and George Sanford sits over there idle. We got our monitor up here. We're going to get a little bit of a quick replay on that. We're watching it again up here. And see Hennessy going around on the top side. Sanford knew he was there, and he tried to stay off him as best he could. It was just if there was even a touch there, I don't know, but it was close for sure. But in any event, Georgia will be able to come back for feature time, and it is Andrew Hennessy, victory lane. His 3rd heat win of the year. Heat race number 2 on track. Ken Klinkowski in the 30 out of Fulton, New York, alongside of Tucker Donath in the Z28 from Palermo. Points leader Josh Verne Jr. in car number 1, V out of 3, so along with Mark Supernaut from Ottawa in car number M52. Final row, it is the 72 of Bruno Richard from Gatineau. Jason Brzee from Pennellville in car number 71 will complete it. That's your starting lineup. For heat race number 2. Green lights will be on off of turn number 4 this time by, as Ken Klinkowski and Tucker Donath will bring him to the green flag. Off turn number 4, green lights are on, and away we go. Down the back straightaway, Klinkowski out in front as they work the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. Tucker Donath right there to second. Mark Supernaut making a big move on the top side, trying to close in on the top 3 as right now Josh Verne Jr. making a big move to the inside lane. He'll try to take second from Ken Klinkowski and does so quite easily. Verne now to the 2 spot as they work the back stretch down off of turn number 2. Meantime, Tucker Donath enjoying about a 3-car length advantage, and Verne is closing quickly. He has got that car hooked up on the bottom side of the racetrack. He knows Andrew Hennessy is fast tonight, and he wants to get a heat win as well. He wants to start as far forward as he possibly can, and right now he is all over Tucker Donath for the lead into turn number 3. Gets to that inside lane. Donath able to shut the door on him. Verne has to go up the racetrack just a little bit, though, as Donath pulls away at the halfway point. 3 down, 3 to go. Verne still second. Klinkowski, Richard, Supernaut, and the 71 of Jason Brzee completed down the back straightaway. And Tucker Donath, he has found a little something extra, and he is starting to drive away from Josh Verne Jr., but he slipped up that time coming off the turn, allowed Verne to close the gap by a couple of car lengths with 2 laps left to go. Top two, nose to tail right now as they hit the back straightaway. About a 5-car length separation between the top two drivers with Donath in control. Verne there for second, closing quickly in turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final trip around for Tucker Donath. Josh Verne Jr. cut a good corner that time. He's trying to close in through corner number 1 and 2, but Donath able to pull away and stabilize that gap to about 4 to 5 car lengths into turn number 3 and 4. Verne drives it deep into the corner, but I don't think it's going to happen. Tucker Donath will come by to grab the win in heat race number 2. Verne crosses in second. Third spot will be Ken Klinkowski. Bruno Richard will cross in fourth. Mark Supernaut and Jason Brzee in that order. So Tucker Donath gets another heat win here at Can-Am in 2024, his 5th heat win of the season. So he has been really good as far as heat races is concerned, and also with 3 feature wins. Not too bad of a year overall. Whitesboro Plow Shop, Dirt Car 358 Modified Heat Race number 1 is on track. Lucas Fuller in the car number 74 up on the point, along with the 66 of Derek Webb from Brownville. Row number 2, it's Nick Webb out of Brownville in the 27W with Dan Bichard from Russell in the number 36. Row number 3, Tyler Meeks in the 9 from Evans Mills, along with Scott Webb, also from Brownville in the 18W. And you're now 4-time Whitesboro Plow Shop, Dirt Car 358 Modified Track Champion in car number 19 out of Watertown. That is Tim Fuller. Tim Fuller in car number 19. So the track champion will go from the tail of the field and try to get to the front. Believe it or not, he has not won a heat race this season here at Can-Am. I got it right here, Bobby Thurston. I can't make that up. You trust my judgment? Okay, perfect. I'm glad somebody does. Set for green. Off of turn number 4, we are underway. Quickly into 1 and 2, it is Lucas Fuller out in front of the field. Derek Webb down the back straightaway. He'll claim second as Meeks goes to third. Nick Webb's got company as Tim Fuller. He must have heard me about the heat race thing because he really wants to go to the front in a hurry and get one as he crosses the line this time by. It's his nephew Lucas Fuller in control of the field as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. Derek Webb now to second. Tyler Meeks to third. Nick Webb, Tim Fuller, Dan Bichard, and Scott Webb in that order down the back straightaway as they work it up into turn number 3 and 4. Lucas Fuller in charge down the front straightaway. 3-car length lead over Derek Webb. Derek got a feature win here earlier this year. His first win in well over a year at Can-Am as he holds on to spot number 2. Tyler Meeks is there for third. Nick Webb holding on to fourth at the moment as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Fuller, Lucas that is, with the lead down the front straightaway, opening up the gap right now to about 5-car lengths over Derek Webb. As the battle for third rages on between Meeks, Nick Webb, and Tim Fuller, they've been having quite the tussle here the last couple of laps or so. Nick Webb on the bottom, Tim Fuller trying something on that outside lane off of turn number 2, trying to draw even turns with Nick Webb into corner number 3 and 4. He can't quite get to that outside lane like he wanted to. He'll try it again, come down the front straightaway as we're halfway home. 4 down, 4 more to go in this opening heat for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. And Lucas Fuller in command of it as they work the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Derek Webb there for second. Tyler Meeks, Nick Webb, Tim Fuller the top 5. Scott Webb and Dan Bichard will complete it. Working through turns 1 and 2. Lucas Fuller has got a fast race car right now, and he is driving away from some quality cars right now as they'll set it up through turn number 3 and 4. Back down to the line. 2 to go this time by for Lucas Fuller. Second is still Derek Webb. Had a strong car all race long as they work the back straightaway. Tyler Meeks into third. Tim Fuller now fourth. Scott Webb has made his way up into the top 5 for the first time in this one as they work the final time around. White flag in the air, final trip around for Lucas Fuller as he works it into turn number 1 and 2. Lucas looking for his first heat win since opening day of this year as he'll set it up on the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Second heat win of the season for Lucas Fuller. He'll grab the win. Second spot will go to Derek Webb. Third to Tyler Meeks. Tim Fuller gets fourth. Scott Webb fifth. Dan Bichard and Nick Webb will complete the rest of your field, and that does it. Heat race number 1 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds is in the record books, as Lucas Fuller gets his second heat win of the year. Heat race number 2, ready to roll trackside in just a moment. Here's how they're going to start. It'll be Franklin Mackin on the pole in the 3M from Russell, along with RJ Tressetter in the 21R from Edwards. Row 2, Ryan Bartlett in the 39 out of Watertown. Sean Shaw in the 7S from Philadelphia. Row 3, Lance Willix in the 31 out of Threesa, along with Watertown, New York's Billy Dunn in the 49. Final row back there out of Star Lake in car number 21 JR is Larry Welling Jr. 7 cars ready to go. 8 laps is the scheduled distance. Big weekend for Lance Willix. He's also trying to lock up second in points here at Can-Am. Him and Billy Dunn just 2 points within one another here. Of course, Sunday night, Lance Willix trying to lock up the track title at the Glenridge Motorsports Park in the Dirt Car 358 Modified Division there. So a big weekend for Lance if he can get the job done. It would be his second career 358 Modified track title. Last one was right here in 2009. Set for green, 8 laps is the distance. Franklin Mackin on the point. RJ Tressetter alongside. Green lights are on and we're underway. As they work it up off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, RJ Tressetter pulling even turns with Franklin Mackin, and right now the 21 of Tressetter trying to pull by Mackin right there with him. They got close and Ryan Bartlett sees the opportunity. He'll slide up into second as they click off lap number 1. RJ Tressetter in command of it here as they work the back straightaway off of turn. Oh, and Lance Willix high sides the car in turn 2. Caught one of those implement tires once again. Cost him a spot as Billy Dunn gets on by as they work down off of corner number 4. Back to the line. Ryan Bartlett's got a strong car. He is all over Tressetter right now for position as we look through the field watching Willix and Billy Dunn go at it again. This is the battle for second in points coming into tonight. Dunn has it by 2 points over Willix. Right now, heat races, it doesn't really matter, but they want to start as far forward as they possibly can as they battle Franklin Mackin. In the meantime, Ryan Bartlett's taking over the lead from RJ Tressetter as they click off lap number 3. 3 down, 5 more to go. Lance Willix, Billy Dunn still after one another again for spots 4 and 5. In the meantime, a change for the 2 spot. Sean Shaw will get on by down on the inside lane. He'll get by RJ Tressetter as they click off lap number 4. 4 down, 4 more to go. Lance Willix has picked up a qualified spot. Those are the cars that are handicapped into the feature right now. Billy Dunn 1 spot out of that position as they work it into turn number 3 and 4. Top 4 break away at the front of the pack right now as Ryan Bartlett pulls away down in front. Bartlett driving away now, but Sean Shaw got a really good run up off the turn that time. Closes quickly on the 39 of Bartlett as they come back to the line. Ryan, 1 heat win already this season. That came back on May the 24th. Would like to add another one to that one if he possibly can with 2 laps left to go. Sean Shaw back there to second. Lance Willix has cleared the 21 of RJ Tressetter for third. Now Billy Dunn will try to close the gap down the back straightaway as they work in turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air and the battle is on for the race lead. Bartlett has it. Shaw within a car length right now. Shaw drove it deep into the corner. Bartlett drifted up the hill just a little bit, and Shaw able to get to the back bumper of the 39 of Bartlett down the back straightaway. Checkered flag in the air this time by Bartlett, trying to hold on and win another heat race, and he's going to do it. Checkered in the air, and Bartlett gets the victory. Sean Shaw second, Lance Willix third, RJ Tressetter fourth, Billy Dunn, Franklin Mackin, and Larry Welling Jr. completes the rest of the field. And that does it. Heat race number Dirt Car 358 Modifieds is complete. Lucas Fuller and Ryan Bartlett, your heat winners for tonight. As the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman up next for their first of 3 heats on the night. And Trevor Gibbons on the pole in the 621 with Keegan Dyer in the 34K. Row 2, Josh Rion, the racing firefighter out of Clayton in the 91 with a 0 of Xavier Andrews from Kingston. Row 3, Paul DeRutter in the 1D, along with 35 of Brennan Moore. Mike Fowler in car number 410, the point leader coming into tonight, along with Brady Howard in car number 54, making his debut with the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Division. Brady Howard, of course, 5 wins this season in the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman, making the jump here tonight.
You're stopped.
3 heats tonight for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. And of course, this season with the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, Gavin Isley leads all drivers with 8 heat wins on the year. Tyler Corcoran, Eric Nyer have 4. Xavier Andrews, Paul DeRutter have 3. Ryan Shanahan, Mike Fowler, Brendan Moore each have 2. Jessica Power, Jonathan Murphy, Justin Gadbaugh, Dustin Hutton, Dave Rogers, Owen Nyer, Josh Riemersma, Taylor Dockstader, and Shane Pecor each have 1 heat win this year. 38th heat race of the season for this division as the Bob Johnson Auto Group Can-Am Speedway pace truck peels off the speedway in turn number 3 and 4. Set for green, it'll be Trevor Gibbons and Keegan Nyer on the front row. Green lights are on, 8 laps the distance, and we're underway. And Trevor Gibbons out in front of the field. Josh Riemersma slides up in front of Keegan Nyer. He'll go to second. Xavier Andrews and Brendan Moore going at it for positions 4 and 5. Moore down on the bottom, trying to find his way to the front of the field. He gets by for position number 4. Looks to get by Keegan Nyer for position number 3 at the moment. Nyer will have no part of it. Oh, and Andrews catches that implement tire, puts the front end way up in the air, allows Mike Fowler to get through as they work in turn number 3 and 4. Trevor Gibbons with the race lead, but Josh Riemersma is on the charge down on the low lane, pulls even with Gibbons down the front straightaway at lap number 2, and Josh Riemersma to the point as they click off lap number 2 of this 8-lap contest. Riemersma has the lead as they work the back straightaway. Trevor Gibbons now to second. The 34 of Keegan Nyer now into third as Mike Fowler battling with Brendan Moore for position number 4, and give it to Fowler off the corner as they come back to the line this time by with 3 down, 5 to go. Josh Riemersma looking for his first heat win since May the 31st of this year, so a lot of drivers tonight ending long dry spells as far as qualifying heat races are concerned. They'd like to get some luck in the features if they could, but right now they'll take it as they work it down across the line this time by 4 down, 4 to go for Riemersma. Trevor Gibbons, Keegan Nyer back there for second and third. Mike Fowler sidesteps to the high side, looking to find the way by Keegan Nyer as him and Brendan Moore going at it down the back straightaway for position. As they work in turn number 3 and 4, Riemersma's pulling away. The battle is on for second, third, and fourth. Fowler got a great run on the top side. He will clear the 34 of Nyer down in front. So Mike Fowler on the charge late into going. He has found something on that outside lane and is going after Trevor Gibbons for the 2 spot as they work the back straightaway. Fowler on the charge. Brendan Moore just made a great move on Keegan Nyer. He moves to 4th as Xavier Andrews looking to make his way to the top 5 once again. 2 to go for Josh Riemersma. The battle is on for second. Gibbons has it. Fowler wants to take it away from him though into turn number 1 and 2. Gibbons is going to stick with that low lane, but Fowler just too strong up on that top side of the racetrack, and he'll clear Gibbons down the back straightaway. So move Fowler to second. Gibbons back to third. Brendan Moore still 4th. Xavier Andrews has cleared Keegan Nyer for the 5 spot. White flag in the air for Josh Riemersma. Top 2 starting to pull away. Brendan Moore looking to find the way by the 621 of Trevor Gibbons, and he will do so in turn number 1 and 2. But in the meantime, checkered flag is waving. One of our proud first responders, Josh Riome, brings it off of turn number 4, checkered in the air, and Josh Riome gets heat win number 2 of the year. Second will be Mike Fowler. Brendan Moore goes to third. Trevor Gibbons, Xavier Andrews, the top 5. Keegan Nair, Paul DeRutter, and Brady Howard will round out the field. That dozen heat race number 1 is in the record books. Josh Riome with a dominant performance in heat race number 1. Of course, Josh won with us last time on June the 7th. So he'd love to get back into victory lane and close out the regular season with a big victory. Of course, a couple more chances for these drivers to win with the Dirt Car Sportsman Series and the ever-popular, prestigious John Burr Memorial coming up on Saturday, September the 7th. 2 big nights of racing next weekend right here at Can-Am, and we'll be here bringing you all the action as heat race number 2 rolls trackside. It's going to feature Alan McDonald on the pole, the 33 out of Watertown. Beside him, in car number 35D out of Elgin, Ontario, that's Dylan Moore. Row number 2, Owen Nair from Carthage, the 17, along with the 18 of Gavin Isley from Lafargeville. Row number 3, Jonathan Murphy in the 62 from Carthage, along with another Carthage native, Ryan Shanahan, the 32 RS. Final row from Watertown, the Fox 28, it's Tyler Stevenson, and Mike Gadbaugh rounds out the field out of the Natural Bridge. And, of course, Mason Gadbaugh celebrating his 7th birthday today. So, Mason, keep an eye on the 4 car. Maybe he'll go straight to the front. We'll find out here in 8 short laps. 8 laps is the distance. You want to be in that top 4 after this heat race. As we get set to go, and Alan McDonald moving very slowly on the back straightaway, but we are under green. And McDonald looks like he will be able to clear pit road, and he does. So Alan McDonald to the pits. In the meantime, Gavin Isley has got some company. Dylan Moore put on a show at Brockville last Saturday night. Lost the feature by 1 car length over Bobby Harrington at Brockville, and wants some redemption here tonight. And he's going after Gavin Isley, who, oddly enough, is going for the track championship at Brockville tomorrow night, as him and Bobby Harrington are going to have a battle for that one tomorrow at the Boss. But right now, Gavin shows the way up on the top side of the racetrack. Dylan Moore not letting him get away, though. He's right there with him on the inside lane. Ryan Shanahan gets by the 17 of Owen Nair. He'll go to 3rd. Nair back to 4th. Stevenson completes the top 5. But Gavin Isley, like a rocket on the top side of the speedway. He'll clear Dylan Moore down the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. He's got that outside lane working good in turn number 1 and 2 rather, and it's not too bad down here in 3 and 4 either as they click off lap number 3 in this 8-lap contest. 2nd of 3 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. And Gavin Isley looking for his 9th heat win of the season, but he'd trade them all for 1 feature win here at Can-Am tonight. Also has 2 wins this year in the Dirt Car Sportsman Championship Tour. In the thick of the battle for that title as well. As they come back to the line, 4 down, 4 more to go. It's Gavin Isley, Dylan Moore, Ryan Shanahan, Owen Nair, Mike Gadbaugh, and Tyler Stevenson having it out for the 5 and 6 positions, with Jonathan Murphy in 7th. Bringing it into turn number 3 and 4. Gavin Isley has dropped it to the bottom. In the meantime, behind them, watching this battle here between Dylan Moore and Ryan Shanahan. Shanahan was the winner the last time out on August the 16th, picking up his 2nd win of the year. And Shanahan now has the 2 spot. He gets around Dylan Moore as they work the back straightaway. Owen Nair right there with him as well. Nair and Moore, of course, graduate of the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman class here at Can-Am, running really strong in the late stages of this one with 2 laps left to go. 2 remain, and it has been Gavin Isley all race long. Almost a straightaway advantage over Ryan Shanahan, who's got a big gap to make up in the closing lap. Not sure if he's going to be able to do it. White flag in the air, final trip around for Gavin Isley. Looking for his 9th heat win of the season as he sets it up into turn number 1 and 2 on that outside lane. The Performance Automotive car number 18 from Lafargeville brings it down into turn number 3 and 4 in a dominant performance. Gavin Isley to victory lane. 9th heat win of the season for Gavin Isley. 2nd will go to Ryan Shanahan. Dylan Moore will cross in 3rd. Owen Nair will get 4th. And at the line for 5th, it will be Mike Gadbaugh over Tyler Stevenson. Jonathan Murphy will complete the rest of the field. That does it. Heat race number 2 is in the books. So Gavin Isley gets heat win number 9 on the season as we go into heat race number 3, and it'll look like this. Taylor Dockstader on the point in the number 2 from Philadelphia, along with Stevie Roberts on the 5R from Harrisville. Row 2, Frank Sibley from Calcium, the 92, along with the 52 of Jessica Power from Kingston. Row 3, Eric Nyer, second in points, 26 behind the point leader. Mike Fowler coming into tonight in the 34. Outside will be Justin Gadbaugh on Natural Bridge in car number 18G. Final row from Central Square, it's Dustin Hutton in car number 7D. That's your starting lineup. 7 drivers, 8 laps to distance, third and final heat for the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman. Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars ready to go next. Green lights are on. We're underway. Taylor Dockstader driving away into turn number 3 and 4. Stevie Roberts, who had a good run here a couple of weeks ago, holding on to position number 2 for the moment. He slides wide, though. It opens the door for Frank Sibley to get through. As Sibley goes to second, Jessica Power trying to make her way forward as well. She'll pick up, or at least try to, get third from Roberts down the back straightaway. As Eric Nyer, using patience, working in spot number 5 as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. And Roberts and Sibley, they are going at it pretty hard here for the 2 spot. It's going to open the door for Power to get through. And Jessica Power now to second as they click off lap number 2. All this happening behind your leader, Taylor Dockstader. Stretched it out by about 4 car lengths over Jessica Power. Frank Sibley now to third. Eric Nyer back to the 4 spot. Roberts is 5th. Dustin Hutton and Justin Gadbaugh having their battle for 6th and 7th at the moment. Bringing it down off the turn. Dockstader well in control. Looking for his second heat win of the season as well. Last time he won a heat was back on May the 31st, but Jessica Power might have something to say about this one. She also has not won a heat race in a long time here, so they're trying to end some long dry spells once again as they're working across the line. 4 down, 4 to go for Taylor Dockstader. Power still second, Eric Nyer to third. Sibley having a good run, holding on to 4th. Dustin Hutton has made up a couple of spots at the halfway point. He's now 5th, with Roberts and Gadbaugh going at it for 6th and 7th. In the meantime, Jessica Power closes quickly on Taylor Dockstader through turn number 3 and 4. Dockstader with the advantage down the front straightaway, but Power is right there as well. Eric Nyer trying to close in as they work it up into turn number 1 and 2. Top 3 nose to tail right there as they hustle down the back straightaway. Dockstader with the advantage. Power still second. Nyer right there with them in third as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. Dockstader keeping that car glued to the bottom of the racetrack. If anybody wants to go anywhere, they're going to have to go to the top side with 2 laps to go. But that inside lane is so good right now, I don't think anybody's going to drift off the bottom if they wanted to. Battle for the 4 spot. Dustin Hutton has taken that away from Frank Sibley as we keep our eye on the battle for the number 1 position. Dockstader, Power, and Nyers, they're going at it for position off of turn number 4. White flag in the air for Taylor Dockstader. Taylor looking for his second heat win of the year, as is Jessica Power. Eric Nyer looking for his 5th of the year as they work the back straightaway. Final time down the back straightaway for Taylor Dockstader into turn number 3 and 4. Power's going to give it one last try into turn 3 and 4. Slips up just a little bit. Checkered in the air, and Dockstader will get the victory. Could be a change for second at the line. Not going to happen. Jessica Power will hold on to second. Eric Nyer, Dustin Hutton, and Frank Sibley in the top 5. Justin Gadbaugh, and that does it. So Josh Riome, Gavin Isley, and Taylor Dockstader to victory lane in their respective heat races tonight, as the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars roll trackside for their one and only heat tonight. And I'll give you the starting lineup in just a moment. And it is going to be Terry Gardner, scheduled to go from the pole, but looks like Francis White is going to go up on that front row in the 60 along with the 94 of OJ White. Roll number 2, the 111 of Anthony St. Mary Jr., along with the 5 of Damian Beckler. Lisa LeBrack, if you could go to the flag stand, please. Lisa LeBrack, could you please go to the flag stand immediately, please? Thank you very much. So 6 laps will be the distance.
Oh, Lisa LeBrack.
So we're going to guess that's Tony Frezzo aboard the number 13. He is still in the running for the Sundance Leisure Thundercar point title tonight, but and big plume of smoke out of the back of the 60 of Francis White into turn number 1 and 2, and this could be big in the chase for the championship tonight. And we may have some fluid on the racetrack. We do, going down into turn number 1. And fluid down in turn number 1 and 2. Again, Lisa LeBrack, if you can hear me, please head to the flag stand immediately, please. That's Lisa LeBrack to the flag stand, please. Thank you.
Well, I know that, but he's not on the track.
Again, that was Lisa LeBrack, or if somebody that knows who she is, please go to the flag stand immediately. Thank you. Set for green, 1 lap down. 5 to go. 6 laps is the scheduled distance. Field not waiting for Tommy Martin to get out of the lane. The Bob Johnson Auto Group Can-Am Speedway pace truck. They want to go. Off of turn number 4. Green lights are back on and away we go. As they work it down the back straightaway, Anthony St. Mary Jr. holding on to the lead. Jared Gilson, who picked up his first ever win a couple of weeks ago, holding on to the 2 spot. Back there in 3rd is the 3 of David Rasmussen. Rasmussen holding on to position number 3 at the moment. Damian Beckler trying to hold on and win this track championship, holding on to 4th in a battle with Tony Frezzo for a spot. Frezzo slides up in front of Beckler. He'll pick up position number 4. In the meantime, Anthony St. Mary Jr. has had one heck of a season. 2 career wins already, actually 3 wins already this season. Looking to add a 4th one here tonight as we got 3 laps down, 3 more to go. In this one and only heat for the Sundance Leisure Thunder cars, and St. Mary is driving away. 22, Jared Gilson right there with him in 2nd. David Rasmussen to 3rd. Tony Frezzo, Damian Beckler. That's your top 5 as they work down in front with 2 laps left to go. St. Mary using that same line that he used a few weeks back to get his 3rd feature win of the year. And right now it's proving effective as he works the back straightaway. A healthy lead, about 8 car lengths right now over Jared Gilson. Not much Gilson can do about it as they head up into turn number 3 and 4. The white flag is in the air. Final trip around for Anthony St. Mary Jr. So we'll set it up into turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Anthony looking for his 4th heat win of the season. It would tie him with Francis White for the most all year long. And he also has the most feature wins of every driver. He's got 3 on the year. Checkered flag is in the air. 4th heat win of the year will go to Anthony St. Mary Jr. He dominates this one. 2nd will go to Jared Gilson. Good battle here for the number 3 spot. David Rasmussen has it, and he will get by as Damian Beckler, Tony Frezzo, O.J. White, Colin Bonner, and Terry Gardner will complete the rest of your field. And that dozen heat races are now complete.